Well, hello, wonderful interpreters. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to the WFSE Local 1671 series, part 3. So let's jump right into it. And as you see right here, WFSE Local 1671 series number 3, exposing their organizing agenda. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you where the beginning of the end of my services pretty much started happening. So do you remember Tim Tharp? He was the director of organizing. So do you remember this picture right here? I shared it with you guys. So when we first met with Tim Tharp right there, on August 30th, I posted this. Hello, wonderful interpreters. Tim Tharp, WFSE's organizing director, along with myself and other LNI interpreters, have been in communication with Local 1671's leadership to find a way to address concerns that LNI interpreters may have. After all, we know what's best for us as LNI interpreters, as the letter clearly states. So if we jump to paragraph 2, it says at some point down the road, you will have to decide whether you would prefer your own local, to form your own local, join other geographically based locals, or join Local 1671, a statewide local of freelance interpreters. Please rest assured that Local 1671 will support whatever decision you will make because we trust that you, LNI interpreters, know what's best for you, as you see right here, okay? They said they would respect what we wanted to do, whether forming our own local or doing something else. And you probably saw this on the mail as well. And this is, sign up a card, right? It says right here, Interpreters United will spread the same gains to all LNI appointments. Interpreters United is a union for interpreters, run by interpreters and for interpreters. And this is the flyer that, we drafted for our campaign before. It says right here, LNI Interpreters United, if you see at the bottom. So I'm like, wait a minute. So Interpreters United, Local 1671 is running this campaign? Is that why he wanted me to meet with Milena? What's going on right here, right? I don't know. They're promoting themselves right here, saying that since 2010, Interpreters United, WFSE Council 28, has doubled the pay for Medicaid interpreters, 1 hour minimums for appointments, 70% reimbursement for no-shows and late cancellations, and is the biggest union of interpreters in Washington State. Interpreters United will spread the same gains to all LNI appointments. So they're taking charge of this campaign. This is what it seems right here. They're slapping in the face the agreement that we had that they would not interfere in our campaign, and they're saying that they will distribute the wealth around once this system gets implemented. So you see this, I was like, what's going on right here? And then I see this picture also, this flyer that I got on the mail. Big changes are coming to the LNI, and we need to sign union cards now. LNI is adding a new web portal to its existing direct billing system. And it says right here, sign a card to support a union for LNI interpreters. And I'm like, wow, this is fascinating because, I haven't heard from Rod, and this is what I get on the mail, right? So what did I do? Well, you know me. I was like, I need to address this head on. So what did I do? I wrote, should I say a strong worded email? Maybe that's not, the term or the appropriate way of saying it, but here it is. I said on January 8th, 2020. Now remember, this is January 8th. At that point, I was dealing with the election that happened in Local 1671. You know what happened with all the violations that occurred, my protest, Elena's protest, Anastasio's protest, the irregularities that we were exposing, everything, right? And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Hello, Rod. On December 13th, 2019, we had a meeting at the Seattle field office to discuss restarting the LNI organizing efforts. This was a long overdue meeting since Tim Tharp, WFSE organizing director at the time, tried to make it happen on Friday, June 28th, 2019, right? We were able to discuss how the organizing efforts, starting in March 2018, you allowed me to give you a presentation of the timeline of events since then. Jesse Mapes, Miriam Lugo, and Anastasio Lepe wanted to participate via video conference, but you suggested it would be better after you meet them in person first. I was able to present to you how many fellow interpreters covering LNI jobs were in disagreement with Senate Bill 6245 back in February 2018. You saw pictures and evidence of how we protested, introduced amendments, and later supported the passage of the amended bill. You saw how WFSE organizing department agreed and supported LNI interpreters organizing under Council 28 and the possibility of having our own local union. I also remember showing you a letter drafted by the end of August 2018 from Local 1671 Executive Board addressing the fear and concern that most LNI interpreters have had about Local 1671 assimilating us and directing the organizing effort. There was an understanding that local unions and their leaders don't make organizing decisions or dictate an organizing campaign. This is something that you also agreed with in our meeting. You saw the workshops I conducted and how Team Tharp and the organizing department coordinated these efforts with the interpreters involved. I also explained to you how LNI interpreters don't like Milena, Waldron, and LeRoy Mould, since most of them believe they were trying to take our jobs away and lowering our salaries as LNI interpreters. I remember telling you that whether this is true or not, it is irrelevant, but that is the perception ingrained in their brains since February 2018. We spoke about an incident that occurred on August 11th, 2018, when LeRoy Mould showed up to a meeting for LNI interpreters and behaved in a very hostile manner, yelling at interpreters and saying they were ignorant. You remember that? He showed up to the Teamsters meeting? Well, that's what these interpreters said. At the end of our meeting, we agreed to meet again this month, January 2020, this month, January 2020, with the other interpreters that have been part of this campaign since the beginning, with the understanding that we would coordinate with you and start anew. Please look at the pictures on this email. Today is January 9th, 2020. I have been waiting for your instructions, but then I received on the mail the card you see on the pictures. It reads, Interpreters United will spread the same gains to all LNI appointments. It says to contact LNI Interpreters United to learn more. I also see that the first design for the authorization card we had was used. We later changed it, and I explained to you why. Now, recalling one of the interactions we had in November last year via text message, you said that it was important to you to assume best intentions of each other, as well as not to hoard work and or individual leadership positions within our organization, within our union organizing. I have just done that. I have assumed the best and have had good faith about everything. For almost 2 years, I have done nothing but to cooperate with this campaign and don't hoard individual organizing positions. Now I get this card in the mail that clearly has Interpreters United Local 1671 and Milena's fingerprints all over it. I don't know if you have authorized this to happen, but it's hard for me to imagine that the organizing department had nothing to do with this. So please, give me a straight answer. Who runs the organizing of LNI interpreters? Is it Local 1671 leaders? Is it Milena? Or is it WFSE Council 28 organizing department? I'm very confused. Please don't get me wrong. This is not about myself or any other interpreter wanting to lead, dictate, hoard, or take credit for anything. I am happy that the campaign has started. But this is about what kind of message we want to put out there and why. This is about growing our union and not alienating those LNI interpreters out there making a living helping injured workers. Our membership in Local 1671 has been declining, and now we are a little over 500 members. We keep on losing members thanks to the disastrous ULS transition last year and Janus versus AFSCME. Now, only a third of Local 1671 interpreters have ever covered an LNI job and have done so through Universal's web portal. These fellow interpreters take an LNI job this way, maybe once a month, if ever, and have no idea what it is like to make a living helping injured workers. If WFSE organizing department has decided to rush our fellow Local 1671 members that don't know how LNI works, other than what they have heard from Milena and LeRoy, to sign the card and win an election this way and have the power of deciding for the rest of us that actually know the system and make a living out of it, then that's fine. Please be ready when these interpreters start showing up in Olympia, opposing us and more. I remember explaining the danger of doing this given the fact that there are more than 1,300 LNI interpreters as providers with labor and industries, with all sorts of certifications from around the country, and most, if not all, of them fear Local 1671 and WFSE. There is no working around this or escaping this reality. Anytime they hear the name LeRoy Mould, Milena Calderari-Waldron, or Local 1671, they run for the hills. That is a fact. I have nothing personal against these individuals that have accomplished a lot and have helped our union very much. I'm just stating the facts right here. We have tried to bridge the gap informing these interpreters that Local 1671 has nothing to do with WFSE organizing efforts. Now what they fear the most is slapping them in the face with this literature that they have seen or are receiving by mail. Many are contacting me confused about this and are very angry. We won't grow our numbers this way. We will lose more. That's my humble opinion. In closing, I said, I just want clarity. I support our union, but I like to be treated with respect and don't appreciate being used or lied to. I'm not saying that you have lied, but somebody is. If I'm not to be used to help WFSE organize with the interpreters that have worked on this campaign from the beginning, as this literature screams, then please let me know and I'll move aside. Who is in charge of organizing? Please, let's be transparent. This is not transparency. I will wait your response as soon as possible. Thanks. Blessings, Juan Medina Blois, as you see my name right there. So he's like, Juan, thanks for reaching out and sharing your concerns. As you have requested and advocated for, WFSE is relaunching our campaign to organize LNI interpreters in a serious way. This is why, listen to this, we have started our 2020 strong by sending a mailer to all of our supporters. We are very appreciative of all the past work that you, yourself, other interpreters, and WFSE organizers have put into building a foundation for our campaign. I hope that you will continue to organize your colleagues and work with WFSE's organizing team to win representation for LNI interpreters. Also, thank you! Thank you for building the foundation and work with our organizing team to win representation. And then this is a cherry on top. In terms of next steps, I would suggest meeting with you at a time that's convenient to you to talk about how you can plug into our relaunched campaign, as well as discuss any other issues you'd like to talk about. So this says it all. You know, let's talk to you, you know what I mean? Well, thank you. Thank you so much for helping us before. Yeah, the last 2 years that you've been working with some other interpreters, it's just the foundation. It's like a house. We're like, bam, we got to put the foundation first, and then we're going to build a little bit, you know. Man, I didn't even know that I was just the foundation, that I was not needed anymore, right? So they're like, thank you, you know, we're very thankful for the work you did and the organizers and everything else. But you know what? We relaunched our campaign. So why don't we meet so I could show you how you could plug yourself into it again and talk about any other issues that you'd like to talk about. Dude, I already talked to you, man. Didn't I talk to you on December 13th and send you that strong worded email? What do we need to meet for again? I thought I was going to hear from you, Rod, from WFSE. Look, we got to clear this out. This is not what's happening. We sent that mailer. Maybe somebody had access to the printing room. You doubled down on it. Not only did they double down on it, look at this. Look at this. And this is the last thing that I want to talk to you about in this video. And when I saw the last email where he's telling me, you know, let's talk about ways for you to plug yourself into the campaign that we just relaunched without you, you know, yeah, you could help. Yeah, you're fine. You could help, but we good. I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this. You know? No, but they doubled down on it. Look at this. Look at this right here. Monday, January 13th, okay? This is Rod Palmquist. He sent an email to Alfonsito, vice presidential candidate at the time, who got elected. America Breton? What? The chair of the elections committee? So she's getting invited to this. Juan Blois, moi, myself, yours truly. And then he's inviting LeRoy, right here, Milena Waldron. Sixta, remember that Sixta? That he was meeting with her and Milena not to organize LNI interpreters? Remember that Sixta? He was meeting in December not to organize LNI interpreters supposedly, but to organize local 1671 members? Yeah. And then Quantran, the president. Here it is. Dear Alfonso, America, Juan, LeRoy, Milena, Sixta, and Juan. Wow! What is this, the dream team? As part of these efforts, the organizing department is scheduling a special 3-day weekend door-knocking event, what we call a blitz, in King and Pierce counties on Friday, February 7th, Saturday, February 8th, and Sunday, February 9th. We will be teaming up in pairs of 2, with interpreters being teamed up with WFSE staff to knock on LNI interpreters' doors to ask them to sign cards. Yeah, we would like to invite you to participate in this exciting Blitz event with time loss paid on Friday per WFSE policy. Below is the approximate schedule and locations for 3 days of the Blitz. So on February 7th, from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m., they'll be in the Tacoma area, right? Lunch provided, dinner reimbursed. On Saturday, February 8th, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in the King County area. Oh, the whole day, right? Okay. Debrief at the Seattle field office. And on Sunday, 9 to 5, the King County area. Meet and debrief at the Seattle field office. And RSVP, Solidarity, Rod. There you go. So this is pretty much the end of what I wanted to show you. This is the way they do things. You know, I've been with them for 2 years now, and I gotta say, I trusted very few people in there. One of those people was Tim Tharp. And it was very strange to me that as of June last year, he had to take a leave of absence. He had his reasons, but a whole year, you know, and then Milena gets her guy and LeRoy. They're taking control of the organizing department. This guy lied to my face. Yes, Rod, I'm calling you a liar, okay? I'm not stupid. You told me you were not organizing with Milena and Sixta for LNI interpreters, but you definitely did. So what? What is this, you know? The 3rd grade? Come on. You know, have some respect. So yes, you guys lied. You went back on your promise. You know, you used people. And I had it. I had enough. And so I am exposing this. You know, this may not mean too much to you guys. In WFSE Local 1671, you think this is nothing. You think this is paranoia. But these LNI interpreters watching this video, they already suspected that you were like this. And myself and some other interpreters were trying to say, let's join the union, WFSE, that has resources and has political power, connection, has been successful helping interpreters. They're giving us our own local union. We put our names on it, okay? We were representing the council and being a bridge with LNI interpreters. We put ourselves on the line, WFSE, Local 1671. I took a lot of heat for you guys. For what? For this? Well, you know what? Shame on you. And I'm so glad that I'm out of there. I'm so glad that I opted out. You have no decency. And all you want to do is assimilate interpreters to get dues and get your agenda furthered. You want to protect the legacy of two people, LeRoy Mould and Milena Calderari-Waldron, over more than 1,200 interpreters that have said, no, we do not want you. We do not want this scheduling system. We do not want this system to change that way. If you really wanted to take power away from abusive people and fraudulent interpreters and territorial agencies, there was another way of doing it, not changing the whole system to your convenience so you could have your pals in your scheduling system. We tried to fix that, but you didn't listen. And you think you got this under wraps, and you're desperate. You're knocking on doors. You want to force people into signing cards to get your bidding done. You know, I pray to God that you do not get away with it. And I'm going to fight till my last breath to make sure that you do not get your dirty hands on the LNI contract. Yes, I am very frustrated, very upset. And I'm not going to take this personally, but you have hurt me. You have hurt me. You have cost me a lot. 2 years of my life. But you know what? I'm stronger for it. I really am. And things are going to get set straight. And even if you win this election, doesn't mean that you'll be successful. And I'm pretty sure you won't anyways. So, we'll be seeing you around, WFSE. We will be seeing you around. Thank you for watching this video. In the next video, which is going to be part 4, I will be showing you the last piece of evidence with WFSE's agenda and what they want to do, and something that I have uncovered and unveiled with help of brave interpreters. So that's going to be the last video, and then I'll focus on telling you at the end of that video my next steps on organizing and helping our cause. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you. Bye.